Hello and welcome. My name is Asaf and this is Mastering Rhythm with Konnakol. In this video series, we will learn some of the very basics of Konnakkol, South Indian vocal percussion, and especially its use in Western music context. Very earlier on, when I started practicing Konnakkol, I realized that not only it's a beautiful art form, but also a very powerful tool that can be applicable for Western music and actually any type of rhythm. I've also seen a great improvement in my own practice and in my students as well, and I would really encourage you to practice Konnakkol. If you're someone who find that he or she has rhythmic challenges of some kind, like odd time signature for instance, or you might be someone who has already good rhythm but wants to take it to the next step. A little bit of my personal story. I started Konnakkol because I was a little frustrated because when I arrived to England in the beginning of the 2000s, I started to tour quite a lot, which was great, but at the same time I did not have much time to practice my instrument, which is the drums. And I was a little frustrated because of that, because I wanted to make progress and learn new things. But when I found Konnakkol, I found that actually I don't really need my instrument in order to practice. And I was able with Konnakkol to practice on the road almost the whole time. I used to spend a whole transatlantic flights and just do Konnakkol the whole time. The other thing that I found is that not only I'm practicing and making progress and learning the South Indian tradition, but also I'm at the same time improving my rhythm, my rhythmic awareness. And I shared it with some of my students, and I've seen very good results. So hence I'm sharing this with you. Before we start, I just have to say a little disclaimer that the Konnakkol that I'm going to teach you is not exactly the traditional Konnakkol. Traditional Konnakkol is often associated with South Indian percussion instruments like the gatam, like the mridangam, the kanjira, and also the tawil. All these instrumentalists that play these instruments use Konnakkol in order to transfer rhythmic information. And that rhythmic information can be either exercises or rhythmic compositions. So I'm going to take some of the basics, the very basics of Konnakkol, some of the basic syllables and some of the basic clapping cycles, and see if we can use this to create some interesting rhythmic exercises. So first of all, let's start with the clapping. In Konnakkol we have what we call beat cycles. Now beat cycles, you can say that they are similar to time signature, but I really like the phrase beat cycle, because in Indian music the beat cycle or the time signature never change or very rarely change in context of one song or one piece, as opposed to Western rhythmic concept, especially in classical music, when time signature can change, vary in one piece. So I really like the phrase time beat cycle, which is very apt for this kind of tradition. So the first beat cycle that we will learn is the 8-beat cycle. Some of you probably know this already. So if you're clapping, if you're right-handed, clap with your right. If you are left-handed, clap with your left. I'm going to show it the right-handed way. I'm assuming most of you here watching are right-handed. So in 8-beat cycle, the first clap is this one. Just simple clap like that, flat. The second beat is the little finger like that. The third beat is the ring finger. The fourth beat is the middle finger like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the fifth beat is a clap. The sixth beat is a wave. This is what we call a wave when we turn the palm over. And then the seventh beat is a clap, and the eighth beat is a wave again. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now with the syllables, and again, this is very, very basic Konnakol syllables. For if we wanted to express or say one note, we'll say ta. For two notes, we will say taka. For three notes, ta-ki-ta or ta-ki-te. For four notes, we can say ta-ka-di-mi. Okay, so we have ta, taka, takita, and takadimi. So let's see how we can use takadimi in 8-bit cycle. So here we go. We will sing 2 takadimis in 8-bit cycle like this. Ta, ka, di, mi, ta, ka, di, mi. Like this. Okay, notice that there is one syllable per clap. Okay, and let's call this the first speed. In the second speed, we double the amount of syllables. So we'll have 2 syllables per beat. The clapping will remain the same, 8-bit cycle at the same tempo, but we will just double the amount of syllables. And it sounds like this. Ta-ka-di-mi, 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 ta-ka-di-mi. That is the second speed. In the third speed, we have 4 syllables per beat, so double that. So 1 takadimi per beat, and it looks and sounds like this. Takadimi, 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 kadimi, takadimi, 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 ta. Okay, so those are 3 speeds, and we're gonna make with these 3 speeds a composition. So we're gonna sing 1 cycle of the first speed, 1 cycle of the second speed, 1 cycle of the third speed, 1 cycle of the second speed, and then 1 cycle of the first speed. So we go up and then we go down. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, start. Ta, ka, di, mi. 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 Ka, di, mi. Ta, 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 ka, di, mi. Okay, so this is the 3 speeds composition. Even if this piece was quite simple and most people can do it right away, even if you haven't done any Konnakkol before, there was, however, one place where it was a little bit more challenging. And usually, for most people, that would be third speed going to second speed. Okay? And that leads me to a very important subject, in my opinion, in the understanding of rhythm and internalization of rhythm, and I call that areas of tension. Now, areas of tension are places that when you perform them, sing or play, you notice some kind of tension. It can be some tension that can express itself in your body, or in the way you are singing, or in your posture, somewhere, somehow. Tension can be quite a personal thing in the way that it's expressed. So some people would stop singing, or stop clapping, or stop altogether, or put your shoulder up, or forget breathing, and so on. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean when I have an area of tension? So in this specific case, I always like to give this very banal example. So for instance, if I'm a drummer and I'm playing this drum fill, ta 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 tu 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 tu, like that, which is a very simple, quite banal drum fill. That is third speed going to second speed. Taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi. Okay? So if I had an area of tension in that area of rhythm, basically every time I play this drum fill or something that is similar to that, like for example, if I go from double time back to time, I would feel a sort of tension that would prevent me to be in the flow. So that tension again can express in many ways. So for instance, another instance, you can lose or gain some time, some tempo, while doing this drum fill or something that is like that. Now, the good news is that with Konnakkol, we can resolve that tension very easily, simply by looping third speed, second speed, third speed, second speed. Let's try and do that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and taka dimbi, 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 taka dimbi. Like that, and you might want to do it for a little while, for maybe like a 5 minutes period of something like that, and see how you can start to resolve that rhythmic tension. Okay, and I always like to say this, that Konnakkol in many ways is a tool or a toolbox for mastering rhythm, one tension area after another. Okay, so once you've practiced that and you've resolved that tension, you have mastered rhythm in that particular area. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like or subscribe if you want to see more videos about Konnakkol. Please join me next week for the next video in this series of mastering rhythm with Konnakkol. Thank you so much, and see you in the next clip. Thank you.